Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds.
So we have a little Avery challenge here. We just had 2017 Uncle Jacob's Stout. For those of you who don't know what this is, Uncle Jacob's is a huge beer from Avery. It comes out every year and it's always a slightly different ABV. So 17 is 14.9. This is versus 15, which is 16.9. Now we poured them blind. I mean, obviously we know one of them's 17, one of them's 15, but neither of us know which is in which glass. So we're going to try to describe the nose, see if we get something different to try to identify which is which. We both already tried them. He thought that 15 and 17 were pretty close.
I think I gave them the same rating, but thought they were very close, and I preferred 15 by a hair. You thought it wasn't close.
I didn't think it was close at all. I gave 17 a pretty low score, partly because I was expecting it to be like the other Uncle Jacob's I'd tried. But so we'll see. We'll see if I was wrong then. My taste memory is usually pretty
Your
good.
taste memory is better than mine, so I bet I'm wrong, and for some reason, whatever.
But you had it side by side with 16.
With 16, which the only difference that I had side by side was the 16 was roastier.
Okay.
And I actually preferred the 17 because it had a little more vanilla, less of that roasty character, which I just don't prefer that in my stouts. And so, but then as I got used to that roastiness, they were very close. I gave them both the same rating, but just preferred 17. I had 15 maybe like 3 to 4 days prior, and that's why I thought, oh, they're close. Anyway.
All right, let's find out.
We'll see. Now that they're side by side, that convoluted 17, 16, 15 explanation.
But we couldn't do all three together. That's just too much for two people to do.
Yeah, we'd have to have something else. So we're doing these, and we have some for our buddy to yeah. But anyway, they both pour pitch black. That head looks the same, tan. Everything looks, the appearance is the same.
So there's a difference in nose. Huh.
Pretty close.
I was going to say surprisingly pretty. I thought what I remembered from 15 and 16 was that there was more barrel character, but I'm not getting much difference at all. I mean, they both smell like roasted malt. Not much bourbon barrel character at all in either of them.
I'm getting some like booziness to it. I mean, I'm breathing in alcohol here. I'm getting some.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I get the underlying roastedness. It's not overwhelming. It's subtle. Roasted malts. Maybe a hint of vanilla, but there's nothing noticeable. So we assume, we talked ahead of time because he was so certain, like, we'll pick something on the aroma. That way we can drink the same beer and talk about it because we'll know. I can't pick a clear.
I can't either. Shoot.
Right. So let's just sip both of them, and maybe we'll get something on the flavor that's different.
Water cup. Thank you. Can you tell a difference?
Very hard. Initial impressions, I prefer this one, but I don't know why yet. I know we have radio silence for a while, so I was trying not to be quiet too long.
Right. So to me, this one has more barrel character, and this one has more booziness, more bourbon, just in tasting them side by side. But I need to go a little longer here.
This one's maybe a little sweeter, more vanilla.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant by more barrel characters. I get more vanilla, more sweetness. Sometimes the barrel character can add a little spiciness to it too, and I get more of that in the Cigar City glass. I don't get much barrel character at all. I don't get any bourbon at all in this one.
So we're thinking our outsides are the same now. That way we can talk about the same. Outside, inside. Because I think what you're talking about, I get on this as a sweetness and vanilla. So, all right. Now we're talking about the same beer, hopefully.
Yeah, I do get more sweetness, more vanilla.
It's more. It's like it's a syrupy sweetness, vanilla, bourbon. I get that on my outside glass.
Okay, I agree.
Very tasty. All right, now let's go back to the side.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it does taste a hint more roastiness, but it's not like a huge difference for me.
Okay.
It's really not. I mean, I do prefer the sweetness and a little bit of vanilla in this, but I mean, just like the aroma, I mean, it's very close. I don't know if it's enough to dock this a quarter point, but it's close. But it's definitely not a half point difference for me.
I was going to say that this is actually, to me, raised at a half a point or a quarter point. So going into it, I really expected. I thought the nose, just from what I remembered, I thought the nose was better on the 15 and 16. But I admit, I mean, I can get
still very close. Even though I know I prefer the flavor on that, the noses are still very close.
But I don't get big bourbon on either of them. Do you?
No.
None at all. I mean, I get mostly just chocolate roasted malt, maybe a hint of sweetness, but that's it.
Yeah.
But as far as the flavor, I mean, I like this one a whole lot more. I get much more complexity, more bourbon, and it can't be just from the ABV. I mean, 14.9, 16.9. Mm-hmm. I just think this one was much better, well done. So I would guess this is the 15, and that's the 17. I am going to raise this a quarter point to 4 1/4, but I'm going to stick with 4.5 on this one.
So I'm going to guess the answer glass is 17, and the blue moon or the full moon was excuse me. Did I flip that? I flipped that. 15. The answer, the older one, the sweeter one is 15, and the full moon is the 17. And I'm going to stick with 4.5. I'm going to go 4.5 and like 4.5 minus. They're okay. Right there. They're very close for me.
Okay.
You're right.
You were correct.
You're correct as well.
But I just remember these having I thought that they had I guess maybe I was confusing them with Bourbon County, because I mean, I know what Bourbon County smells like, and that's what I expect when I'm having a big bourbon barrel beer. And I thought that's what this smelled like, but I guess I remembered wrong. As far as the flavor, I mean, that's what I remembered Uncle Jacob's tasting like, not this. This is a little more roasty to me, just like you said, less bourbon character.
Excuse me.
I can't just attribute that to 2 percentage points in the ABV. But I don't know.
So 15's more.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 15 is really good.
They're both really good. And it's it's a shame we couldn't do the 16 as well, because
we could have, but that would have hurt.
Yeah, it would have hurt. But the 16 definitely roastiness stood out to me, and I mean it was a definite outlier between. Again, I had the 15 maybe 3 days before the 17, but I don't have as good a palate memory as Bryan does, but I do remember them being very close. But the 16 it definitely tasted more roasty. We said it before, as you get into those big roasty stouts, you kind of get accustomed to it. So by the end, you're drinking on I drank both bottles slowly over the course of the evening, and by the end, whether it be palate fatigue or just getting used to the roastiness, maybe the same thing, I guess, but they tasted very similar. And I still downgraded the 16 just a little bit compared to those. Okay.
Well, now I feel like I need to get another 17 so I can compare the one bottle of 16 I have left, just to see if it really is a little more roasty.
I guarantee that we could find 6. That's just got to still be sitting on the shelf somewhere.
It's so expensive. I mean, it's
got to be sitting on the shelf. So yeah, we could definitely do that experiment. Wait till we have Josh or something.
Yeah. It was fun, though.
It was fun. Thank you for bringing these over.
Yeah, no problem.
As always, guys, if you can't have the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.